happy to have you aboard here for the Really Big Barbecue Show.
Boing.
We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hit me.
Fine, how's it going?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead and he's in the crackle. Charbono! It's all about the Charbono, dude!
Succulent fish. What?
He ate 54 wieners.
But listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
And just like that, we are into the second hour. If you missed the first hour, you missed a lot. I know I say that every show, but believe me, you missed a lot this time around.
Boing.
But don't worry, hour number 1 will be up in the podcast feed tomorrow, so you can listen to it audibly.
Hit me.
You can watch it videoally as well. The show Ardo archives on Facebook and YouTube
Boing.
right after the show ends. But audibly, hour number 1 tomorrow, hour number 2 on Thursday, and we'll talk about Friday here in a second. So to come on the show this evening, Sam the Cooking Guy will join us, and we will close it out with Ali Khan from Ali Khan Eats. We say good evening to those of you watching this show tonight through one of the video streaming platforms. You can go to facebook.com/BBQ Central Show, or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show, where we have a YouTube poll question of the week. We're running it back from last week because I believe there were some fat fingers and some misreaders, so I tried to make it as plain Jane as possible. We're asking everybody, including all guests, do you believe the earth is flat? And 100% of you are saying indeed not. Thank goodness. I believe in my heart of hearts we will finally reach a 100% yes or a 100% no poll question of the week. This one certainly has the best legs so far to get us to a 100% unanimous vote. Coming up on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less. This coming Friday, episode 441. Taking you back to April 9th of 2019 in what I believe starts a weeks-long request chain from our pal Doug Scheiding of Rogue Cookers, Texas Embedded correspondent, longest running. Our pal Meathead from AmazingRibs.com is featured on this coming Friday's episode, and I think you will quickly find that there is a theme that Doug is going after in this effort. Might take you a few shows to grasp it, but I listened to all of them over the weekend. I was able to pick it up pretty quickly. By the way, if I may, John has laced these episodes with Easter eggs at the front. A genius way to perhaps get you to listen to the whole show in order to gain context of said Easter egg that he has planted for you at the beginning of the segment. In any event, get ready for Meathead this coming Friday, Sam the Cooking Guy the week after that, and so on. I promise you, you will be endlessly entertained for sure, not only with the best of, but if you do what I think John is trying to get you to do, which is go back and get the whole show. And if John is telling you to go back and get, like, he doesn't tell you in every best of on the talk out, oh, by the way, this show is absolutely great. Like, there's not a few, but not a majority of shows that he says that. So on the ones when he's leaving the show where he says, hey, you should really go back and listen to the entire show. He's either trying to give you a snapshot of where the industry was at the time, or there was something important, or maybe it was just exceptionally good for whatever reason. But if he's teasing you to do it, then listen to him. Go back and listen to that whole show and see what you think. By the way, I hear this. It just started like a week or two ago. I don't know if I got to get some WD-40 on this. I thought it was the back of the chair, but no, it's indeed the butt part of the chair. And you can hear it just passing through the microphone. Sounds like in the old days, in old-timey radio, when people would put in the tape decks. There was a better, more radio term for that. But you put in the loops. Oh, what's the name of those things? Damn it, I can't remember. That's what it sounds like. I'm sticking something into some kind of a console, but it's the chair. So I'm either going to have to do WD-40 first, and if that doesn't work, then I'm going to have to get a new chair because it's driving me up the wall every time I change positions and I get that noise that's coming through the microphone. Plus, I can hear it the following day and the following Wednesday, Thursday as I'm re-listening to the episode so I can grade myself on hosting skills and talking ability to hear that sound pass through the microphone. It's infuriating. You can subscribe to any show that I'm currently doing by visiting the website, thebbqcentralshow.com/subscribe. Also, don't forget, if you would like to hear a guest or a segment again that you feel has been lost in the archives, you can email John and let him know what you would like to hear. That's John, Jon, at thebbqcentralshow.com. That's John, Jon, at thebbqcentralshow.com, and he will do his best to meet your expectation. One last time, because I didn't have it last week, but I do have it this week, the results of the final Famous Dave's All-Star Barbecue Series results. This actually took place on June 27th in Hermitage, Tennessee. Winning it, grand champion, Randall Bowman, Deep South Smokers. You don't know Randall, of course. Reserve is going to Dave White of Great Quiet Smokers. People's Choice, Corey Ernstace from Dee Dee's Delectable 3BQ. There is a rumor going around that perhaps Matt Osmond from Blinky's Offset Barbecue Pit, who also took place in this Famous Dave's event, the last Famous Dave's event, that he got a hand-me-down ticket to the World Food Championships a little later this year because one of these three had already won a golden ticket, and that he finished in second place in one of these categories, whatever it was. And he got the ticket passed down because you can't have more than once you get your golden ticket, then it just goes down to whoever the next closest winner was. That appears to have been Matt, as told to me by Matt. But I asked Carol Miller if that was the case to confirm it. She has not gotten back to me to confirm that. Not saying that he didn't. I'm just saying that I haven't heard it back from World Food Championship / Famous Dave's. By the way, because I was asked to make sure, in case you didn't know I was kidding last week when I said Qdoba is sponsoring the second hour, they were not. They were not. Like, we knew that, right? Just in case you were wondering, they wanted me to let you know or disclaim that indeed they were not.
Andrew,
they were not sponsoring the show last week. No. They were not sponsoring the show last week. So lest anyone think that that was a real claim by me, I said something that was indicative of a certain talk show host, and that was a completely farcical sponsorship on my end. If you know, you know. Shout out, Jake. All right, Sam the Cooking Guy is in the most ridiculous place I could possibly see him getting ready to do a segment on the show, and it looks like a car. That couldn't possibly be it. But time will tell. Time will tell. Before we get to Sam, the show is proudly sponsored by Fireboard, the innovators behind the Fireboard 2, the Fireboard Pro, the Fireboard Spark, and the Fireboard Beacon, along with the wireless Fireboard Pulse. Experience total control over your device from anywhere in the world when you're using the Fireboard app. He's definitely in a car. Wow. Discover more by visiting fireboard.com or by calling 816-945-2232 today. That's 816-945-2232. The best temperature controllers, the best wired thermometers, the best wireless thermometers. Come on. It's Fireboard, for crying out loud. Get all yours. I got all mine. And I got to get that beacon, too, that I keep forgetting about, and stick it in my cigar humidor to measure humidity. Well, we're back with Sam, the cooking guy, right after this. Stick around.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
Welcome back. It's that time of the month where we welcome in our YouTube cooking personality, favorite YouTube cooking personality, cookbook author, TV show host. He is also a Barbecue Central Show's guest Hall of Famer, or at least until the end of this segment. Live on remote, we're going to Sam, the cooking guy. Hey, Sam.
Listen, you're a handsome man. You know that?
Oh, we're just buttering me up right off the bat.
You got a little color. You're looking good. You got a little outside sun on this July 4th weekend?
You're not driving, are you?
Kelly's driving. Say
Ooh,
hi, Kelly.
The limousine driver.
Wow, thank you for doing that.
Listen.
What happened?
This wasn't the plan. We were up seeing the youngest child and his wife and the baby.
Yeah.
He's opening up an ice cream shop.
Yes, I heard about that.
And there was an accident. This was not supposed to happen. There was an accident. We're racing. I'm probably 10 minutes from the house. So if you want, you can put it off or we can chat. I mean, it's completely up to you. Listen, I remember us having a conversation many years ago about how you should never allow anybody on your show that didn't have a proper mic.
Yeah, but I feel like do you have AirPods in, or are you just going full live?
No, that's just it.
Yeah.
How's it sound?
I mean, it sounds like you're in a car, but I mean, I'm happy to have the conversation, but I don't want to like bore Kelly.
No, Kelly doesn't. Kelly loves this.
No, I don't think she loves it at all.
Talk about meat.
In fact, Zach just told his wife Sophia when I said, we needed to go and this was blah blah blah. Zach, that's my dad's. What did he call him? My dad's boyfriend.
Your what?
That he's never met.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. All right. Well, look.
That we've never met.
I would say we could definitely try this, but this is the second time the connection has gone wonky, so I would rather not miss.
I'll be.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll be home in 12, 15 minutes if that helps.
No, we're going to be over by then.
You want me to dial back in there?
No. Let's just call it a. Well, do you want to try and reschedule for this month, or do you just want to push it to August?
Yeah. No. Listen. I this is not planned on my part.
I get it,
and I will make up for it any way that you would like me to.
All right. By the way, I have Ali Khan coming up after this segment. Ali Khan's son is one of your biggest fans, from what I understand.
Say hi for me.
I will. All right, we'll work out the reschedule, but I appreciate you doing it at any cost. And as always, we give thanks to Kelly for putting up with our nonsense. All right, see you, brother. See you. Oh, that didn't work out, but so close. It's something that I appreciate when the chips are down, when at all costs things are going terribly, somehow he's finding a line. He wants to do it. And I would have kept it. I promise I would have kept it, except unfortunately there were two specific times when there was at least like 3 or 4 seconds of chop. And of course, one of those times was going to be something funny. I could have had 3 really great liners that happened in 3 successive guests. But it didn't work out. And in 15 minutes, it's going to be past anyway, and that's not going to work out. So we thank Sam, the cooking guy. I would say, hey, if the connection was steady, we'll just go ahead and throw caution to the wind, because I know Sam lives and breathes the good audio mantra that I am trying to have our whole industry raise that bar, meet that bar that I am setting for everybody. But I can let it go. I let it go for Meathead one time, although I'm going to have to make sure that it's just one time and that we have his stuff ready to go in 2 months from now. This time, I could have let Sam go, but again, you're caught in an accident. Things happen. I appreciate the effort. Now, let me scroll back, because I had something last week. By the way, I got a lot of feedback from you guys in the second hour of last week's show. Overwhelming love for the, what was 45 minutes of me and only me talking about various stuff, barbecue topics, non-barbecue topics, and so forth. A lot of you saying you should do hour number 1 for the interviews, and then in the second hour, it should be just you with things that you want to talk about. On its head, I think maybe not such a bad idea. We can probably do that. And then I think, well, on a night, for instance, tonight, when I could have had 4 really good guests on, there's no reason for me to dominate. I feel way more comfortable being a little bit more of the moderator, adding in some funny one-liners where I can, asking tough questions where I can. So while I appreciate the input, I think we'll stick to the process that seems to be working since 2008, which is, top of the hour, I got to take, top of the second hour, I might have a take. In an instant like this, where a segment gets cut short or we have technical difficulties, we have a little vamping going on, all the while knowing that we're going to be building into the next guest in 8 or 9 minutes from now. 2 of the things that I wanted to talk about last week that I didn't get to, one is a prediction mid-year, which is this. If you're not already seeing it, and I'm seeing it more and more in every restaurant that I go to, it's not just a barbecue restaurant, because as we know, there aren't a tremendous amount of barbecue restaurants here in Cleveland. Over the last 10 years, there's been a large influx, and then as quick as they were coming in, most of them were going out, probably to the tune of 95%. There is a brand new barbecue restaurant right here in Willoughby, Ohio, that's just down the tracks for me. And I forget it's there, and if I forget it's there, then there's a really good chance that the general consuming public forgets it's there, because it's on the other side of Mentor Avenue. The side where restaurants go to die. How do I know that? Because where this restaurant lives, it has already been 3 other restaurants.
Get that big stuff out of here.
It's a great space. It's just that it's detached from the rest of historic downtown Willoughby. You have to cross a 4-lane major intersection in order to get over there. Now, there are 1 or 2 like winery type, tapas type restaurants that seem to be doing okay. But this particular one, for whatever reason, was initially a Rapa restaurant, not a Raper restaurant, a Rapa, the food. And it was also like on the top floor, on the bottom floor, it was an Ola Tacos. And then that went out of business. That's a lie. And initially, it was something called Brim. I never went there once. It was quickly out of business. High dollar build out, blah, blah, blah. You know the whole restaurant routine. Then Ola Taco and Barco came in. Barco with the arepas and Ola Taco with the tacos and Mexican food, obviously. Critical acclaim, seemed to be doing pretty well, and then died, of course, because that's what happens. And now, a complete revamp, a barbecue restaurant is coming into the former Ola Taco Barco / Brim, did a complete redo on the inside. So now the second floor is a line dancing bar. You like line dancing? Howdy, y'all. And the bottom floor is where the barbecue is served. Steve DeFranco, jeweler to the barbecue stars, knows the owner. His wife knows the owner. Tried to get him on the show. He was disinterested in doing free publicity. That's fine. That's his choice. But my ask to him was going to be, how concerned are you that there is an intersection that has disjointed you from what is the most, that would be eastern part of downtown Willoughby's major artery? Yeah, probably. Whatever. Long way to go to tell you this. If you're not already seeing it, and I'm sure you are, and again, not only in barbecue restaurants, be prepared as the lamb onslaught continues. And by the way, as the kids say, I'm here for it. I can't say as I've been a huge, long-time fan of lamb, but over the last 10 years or so, I have come to fall in love with lamb, all kinds of lamb, many different ways of making lamb. I'm all lamb all the time. So the fact that a lot of barbecue establishments, well-known barbecue establishments, are now introducing lamb as a viable option into the menu is great to see. A lot of people increasing the lamb options that they have because maybe they've already been a fan of lamb on their menu and they're just offering different ways to do it. Or different cuts, leg of lamb, rack of lamb, pulled lamb, sliced lamb, you name it. Lamb chops. If you're not seeing it, believe me, it's coming your way. Lamb is starting a revolution, a new revolution, revelation, renaissance, let's say. So be on the lookout for that. We'll track it for the rest of the year. And then secondly, this is most important, for crying out loud. You know, on the way back from the Bahamas, because we had credit card points, we were able to get first class tickets there and back. Look at me, rich. I'm rich, bitch. But at some point, the return trip changed. The same city pairs going back, except instead of being on the traditional United Boeing 737, first class, with meal, blah, blah, blah. At some point in there, we got bumped down to the Embraer ERJ 175. Now, bigger than the 135s that I was involved with back in the aeronautical days of hell. That one had the single chain, and then it had the two down the right-hand side, depending, if you were walking down the body of the plane, right-hand side single all the way down, and then you had a pair of seats running on the left-hand side. So bigger plane than the ERJ 135 is the 175. But now wasn't classified as first class, and the longer leg, so it would have been Bahamas to BWI. Is that where we laid over? Whatever. We should have had a meal, okay? Because we had a meal on the way down to the Bahamas. We should have the meal on the way back from the Bahamas. And I'm trying to pre-order my meal, and I don't really see anything except these snack boxes. And then that's what we get. Snack boxes not hot. I'm like, well, I told my wife as soon as we got on, I'm like, this is not the right jet. I have a feeling that we're going to get jammed up on this catering. I mean, I pay for the bigger seats. I pay for the entertainment system to be on the back of the seat in front of me. And I pay for the food and the drinks. And I was getting none of it. Shouldn't I get a discount? Shouldn't I be refunded some amount of hundreds of dollars if I'm getting what is basically a business class seat, not a first class seat, but less than a first class seat? Shouldn't there be automatic refund? Isn't there a law that is in place now? Didn't we do that with the FTA, where if you are X amount of hours late on an initial flight, you get your purchase price plus so much more back in inconvenience? I believe that I have been done a wide and sweeping injustice on my trip back from the Bahamas. Here I had a nice tan. I was recharged. I was ready to go back to the land of selling trucks again. And we're stuck in business class, which would have been fine if that's what I paid for. But I paid for a first class seat with the amenities. I want what I had going down, I want to have coming back. And I didn't have it. In fact, far from it, unfortunately. So should I call in to United customer service and say, hey, I had this travel. It was first class. I didn't even get a hot meal. And the seats weren't even that good. I want some kind of reparation made to me, or put in some credit, because we fly United. It's the only major carrier really flying out of Cleveland that goes anywhere aside from Southwest. Flying out of Cleveland is not that great. So I want credit. I want something. I want to win somewhere, because I felt like I lost all the way back. Plus, I had to go home and work. Blech. Give me my last hours of luxuriating, for Christ's sake. But now I want monetary reparation. So if you guys think I should be calling in, then I should call in. I should probably record it as well, so we can hear what it's like when I'm in negotiation with customer service. They'll probably just tell me to F off. Well, you know, you could have canceled. You could have stayed another day, blah, blah, blah. But you never know. You show up at the airport. You don't know what's going to happen. You just never know what's going to happen. It's been that way for a long time now, and that's a shame. All right. Now we're all caught up. We can wait for Ali Khan to come in. She's got a great text message from Sam the Cooking Guy. We will reschedule ASAFP. Don't worry about that. He just got done shooting pictures for his brand new cookbook. While I have you here, are you ready for a cigar experience built on history and passion? Let me tell you about McAuliffe Cigars, a partnership forged between Texas passion and a Cuban cigar-making dynasty whose heritage spans back to the 1930s. Whether you're seeking the nuanced elegance of the Migdalia or the complex power of the Leyenda, McAuliffe offers a symphony of flavors for every palate. And don't forget about the ever-expanding Color Series, an unmatched smoking experience coupled with an unmatched value. The white is growing on me, and the new color is actually growing on me. I didn't think that was going to be possible. I might say that the sleeper of the bunch, and I don't think it's technically in the Color Series, is the number 2. For a value cigar, that thing has got a lot of punch. Smokes great. Smooth. You don't get the nicotine heart attack kind of thing like you do with some of the other heavier nicotine cigars. But great flavor, mouthfeel, smoke output, all the wins, and at a bargain price. Each cigar is handcrafted in Esteli, Nicaragua, by the legendary Gomez Sanchez family. McAuliffe delivers tradition and quality in every draw. Taste the tradition. Visit McAuliffeCigars.com to find a retailer nearest you. McAuliffe is spelled MICALLEF. McAuliffeCigars.com. We are back with Ali Khan right after this. Stick around, be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Whole packers, full racks, legs and thighs, injecting butts. If you've never heard this before, you might think you found the best XXX show ever. Let's get back to the most homoerotic host out there today, Greg Rempe.
Doug Scheiding weighing in on my first class flight issue. Your shafting from first to business class sounds like a first world problem, but absolutely. Call the dirtbags at United for compensation bag, or compensation back. Hashtag outrageous. That's right, Doug. Coming out of the bullpen tonight is a person who made his debut on the show back in March of this year. And while we learned all about how he got into TV and how he's now leveraging social media to great success, tonight we talk about money worth spending at fast food and fast casual restaurants, plus some barbecue and barbecue TV as well. Let's welcome back Ali Khan to the show. Hey, Ali. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No Ali.
Get that big stuff out of here.
I'm right on time. Ali Khan. We welcome Ali Khan to the show. Uh-oh. Hello? No? All right. We are doing it live, Kinger. Let me see. I gotta have his... Do I have... Oh, no, I don't. I thought at one point we did some talking. Ali Khan... We're on. He's in Austin, Texas. Oh, shit. You know what? I think he was right. He said 9:30. Oh, fuck.
Get that big stuff out of here.
What am I even What am I thinking of? Was I right? 10:30, 9:30. Oof. If you're asking me to remember, who knows if I'm remembering it correctly. I think he said, I'll be on in an hour. We checked at 8:30. 9:30 is 8:30. No, I think I'm right. I think I might have said it right. So he's probably racing to the microphone right now. In any event, this is why we do it live.
We'll do it live.
This is why I love the live viewers the most. For instance, Jason King hasn't tuned into the show, at least into the chat, for weeks, if not months. And then tonight, he shows up again for the first time. Now, keep in mind that Jason King has kept tabs on the show for what, the better part of 10 years? Jason, is that too egregious? Is it more than 10 years? I would say it's probably 10 years or so. Maybe more than 10 years now that I'm thinking about it. It's been 7 years in this house. Is it 7 years? 7 years in this house. And then I remember we did Booze Teen when I was in the Wycliffe house that had the maid studio. And that was I was in that house for a lot. Oh, my Lord. I'm on the far East Coast. It's 11:37 here. Are you for real? What's the far East Coast? Nova Scotia? I thought that was Eastern time too. Where does that change? Where does the time change to an hour ahead of where I'm at? I thought it just immediately jumped to like 3 hours ahead. or 6 hours ahead in England. You cross the pond, and now you're 6 hours ahead in Europe. Interesting. But anyway, here you have Jason. Probably has nothing else going on tonight. Remembered it was Tuesday or happened to be on Facebook and follows the show, and it shows up in his feed as a live option. And he said, hey, he's in Nova Scotia. I was right. He's my best friend. He said, hey, haven't seen the show in a while. Let me just bump in and see what's going on. Always active in the chat. And he is tuned in now for what is apparently becoming a second hour of dire tragedy. Like, you know it's bad when I'm going with the double hammers.
Get that big stuff out of here.
This show is the Hindenburg, and I am on fire, and I'm hurtling to the ground at death nail pace. What did I do with the... I don't think I want to do that. No. All right. Well, no, it's not a calamity of errors. I've done my part. There was a calamity of traffic for Sam the Cooking Guy, which we don't like. And then there is I don't even know what this calamity is all about with Ali Khan. We sound checked at 8:30 Eastern. He sounded great. It's been happening for years. Tune out, Jason. This is too embarrassing for me. I feel like when you're in the chat, my show goes to shit. Leave directly, please. And you are banned from the internet, the Canadian internet, no less, which is worse than the regular internet because it's got that part French in it. Your internet thinks it's better than everybody else. Yes, but Jason is long time accustomed to seeing a show start out in spectacular fashion where we bridge into the second hour and we are going to just pull up and go ballistic. As far as how great the show is going to be, we're going to go ballistic. And instead of going ballistic, we go the opposite. We go anti-ballistic. Nosedive, on fire, Mach 10, right into the ground. I don't even know what happens here. I'm just buying time here because every bit of me is saying, hey, call it a night. Get some extra sleep. Big sales meeting tomorrow where we're going to be unveiling. We're going to go from designated territories to open market territories. You know, any change amongst the sales reps, you might as well say, guys, bring your left hand up here because we're going to cut all of your left hands off. We don't want to do that. Any change met with resistance. Jason King asking when robot trucks are coming. Technically speaking, in certain areas of the United States, robot trucks are happening right now. Fully autonomous trucks that are driving lanes from Oklahoma to Texas. It's happening, and there's truck fleets that are growing in size. There's ones that are coming together to start with this technology. One of these particular truck lines is actually a Peterbilt customer, big Peterbilt customer, 579s, I believe. So, and you don't need sleepers with autonomous trucks, believe it or not. So you can use all day cabs on these things if you want. So it's happening now. It is being pitched as safer than humans, just like the Tesla is with its automatic driving, right? They tell you this is way safer than any human. I'm going to not disagree with that. I think all things being equal, like how much worse could it be than a human Class 8 truck driver? I've seen these guys. I think I would feel safer with most of them not being behind the wheel and having a robot do it. What's the worst that happens? the robot truck gets into an accident like the human got into an accident, but probably at less of a rate. Anyway, I'm not sure what happened to Ali Khan. The second hour has gone to shit, and my patience is now thin. So we will call an end to all of this evening. Again, I'm not sure what happened. Sam the cooking guy was caught up in a traffic jam, and Ali Khan is caught up probably lamenting the United States of America losing in soccer. I mean, did anybody watch even 2 minutes of any of the World Cup? Hey, all the way back in the first hour, though, we had a Malcolm Reed who delivered a line like I have never heard. It looked the same way going in as it does coming out, referring to a tomato peel upon ingestion. Steve Ray was after Malcolm Reed and said not once but twice that Nick Weary is a world record poontang eater. What? Said it twice. Wow. Well, I'm not sure where we go from here, folks, but I can tell you this. There will be a show next week. There will be a Robert Moss sighting. There will be a David Gafford sighting. And maybe within the second hour, we can reload a Sam the Cooking Guy and perhaps even an Ali Khan. Who knows? I don't fucking know. So, how do I always leave you? September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. And until next Tuesday, this is your program host and proud U.S. American, Greg Rempe. Shabon! Shabon!
This is Chris Payne from Euclid, Ohio, and you are listening to Barbecue Central.